Hi everyone, Michael Cavacini here. Hope you're doing well. Today I'm going to talk about the 2021 edition of The Ultimate Guide to Bond. It's a special edition magazine. And when I say the 2021 edition, what I mean is that they came out with a 2022 version of this exact magazine for the 60th anniversary of James Bond. This one that I'm going to show you today came out before the release of No Time to Die. So this was specifically to promote No Time to Die. And this is Hollywood Spotlight, The Ultimate Guide to Bond. So let's crack it open and see what's inside. And actually, here, let's take a look at the cover so you can see here. And then the back, which is a great photo of Daniel Craig. And what a great quote from Ian Fleming. Never say no to adventures, always say yes, otherwise you'll lead a very dull life. Good words to live by. So let's open it up and take a gander at what's inside. Here's the table of contents. So because this was used to promote No Time to Die, they kick off with a preview of that. You have a section on Ian Fleming, Cubby Broccoli, Sean Connery, and the movies he was in, Dr. No, From Russia with Love, Goldfinger, Thunderball, You Only Live Twice. Then you have a section on the Bond girls, and George Lazenby, along with On Her Majesty's Secret Service, Diamonds Are Forever, so Connery is back. The Allies, Roger Moore, Live and Let Die, The Man with the Golden Gun, The Spy Who Loved Me, Moonraker, For Your Eyes Only, Octopussy, A View to a Kill, The Villains. Then you have Timothy Dalton, The Living Daylights, License to Kill, The Henchman. Pierce Brosnan, Goldeneye, Tomorrow Never Dies, The World Is Not Enough and Die Another Day, The Cars. Daniel Craig, Casino Royale, Quantum of Solace, Skyfall, Spectre. Non-Bond Bond movies, the gadgets, the music, and the locations. So that is what you're getting here. I believe it's 110 pages content, so it's pretty detailed. Kick things off with an essay about Bond and a preview of No Time to Die. You have a section about Ian Fleming. I think the layout of this magazine is pretty good. The photography and just the design choices. And you can see that there's plenty of text to read here, whether it be about Ian Fleming or Cubby Broccoli. The first Bond was the deepest. It took a Scot to bring an English spy to life. Meet the man who embodied the myth. Sean Connery. So this is what you're going to get with each of these film recaps, I guess. So you have like a 2-page spread, and you have text, but you also have some key facts, right? The plot, the villain, the car, the best gadget, primary henchman, Bond girl, U.S. release, how much it was made at the box office, and a little known fact. So it's pretty cool, especially with the financial figures. Oh, and they actually show you adjusted for inflation. So it says Dr. No made $59.5 million, so adjusted for inflation, it's $727.5 million. That's pretty huge. So that gives you more of an apples to apples comparison if you want to compare the old movies to the new movies when it comes to how much money they made. From Russia with Love, Goldfinger, Thunderball. Oh, and if you haven't watched it, check out my other videos. I've been doing James Bond movie reviews. I've been watching the movies one at a time and just putting up reviews. The most recent review I did was Tomorrow Never Dies. Check that out. Top 10 Bond girls. Do you agree with this list? Got Halle Berry. She's pretty great, Leia. Yep. She's fantastic. Eva Green, she's my favorite. Absolutely. On Her Majesty's Secret Service, for many people, that's their favorite Bond movie. Diamonds Are Forever. Friends Indeed. Moneypenny, M.Q. Felix Leiter. The Spy Who Loved Me. So this is Roger Moore's. He just gets a 2-page spread. And they go into his movies, Live and Let Die, The Man with the Golden Gun. I reviewed this one as well. Check out that video. Spy Who Loved Me. I reviewed this too. Make sure to check that out. Also, my reviews are on my website too, michaelcavacini.com. So make sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and visit me, michaelcavacini.com, for more content like this, as well as nearly 2,000 articles about all sorts of things, art and culture, including James Bond. Octopus, A View to a Kill. Bad to the Bond. Lots of great villains in this series. Francisco Scaramanga. License to Kill is another one that I recently reviewed. I've not watched The Living Daylights again for my review, so that's coming. But License to Kill I did watch. I watched it twice, actually, so check out my thoughts on that. Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, all sorts of great henchmen, right? Everyone from Odd Job to Jaws. And Xena on a Top. I reviewed Goldeneye. She was pretty incredible in that movie. Smooth Operator. So Pierce Brosnan, he was my first Bond. I probably saw Goldeneye on TV. Of course, I played the video game, and now the Goldeneye video game is back. I've been playing it on Xbox. It's pretty awesome, so it's great to revisit that. But the first Bond movie I saw of his in theaters was Die Another Day, and that was hell of an experience. Tomorrow Never Dies was an excellent film. Adjusted for inflation, $664. It's almost double what that figure is. And The World Is Not Enough. I love the James Bond video games. They're a really good time. Yeah, his last movie made $682.2 million when adjusted for inflation. So it was a huge financial success, but they decided to go in a different direction. Rosamund Pike. She's number one gorgeous, but really good in that movie. Live and Let Drive. All sorts of great cars in Bond movies over the years. And they have the 21st Century Bond. Daniel Craig, who really has done an exceptional job. Casino Royale is probably my favorite Bond movie, like, period. I think of all the films, this one is pretty much perfect. It's just an excellent, excellent film. Quantum of Solace was a step down, but that's because there were all sorts of issues related to creating that film. It feels more like a continuation of Casino Royale than its own entity. So, but they followed it up with Skyfall, which was the first billion-dollar Bond. And this is the one that most people pick out of Daniel Craig's movies as the best. But I have a soft spot for Casino Royale, because Skyfall is obviously excellent. It's not a bad choice at all. Spectre, it's better than I remember, but it's funny. He'd have like a great one like Casino Royale, and Quantum of Solace, like, eh. Then he had a great one like Skyfall. Then he had Spectre, and eh. Yeah. It was like great, not so great. Great, not so great. When is Bond not Bond? And this includes all the non-Bond Bond films, including, I think, Never Say Never Again, Top Gadgets, and when they say non-Bond, obviously they mean not official Bond movies. He always did it the coolest gadgets. And there you can see Pierce Brosnan with the remote control car. I thought that was the coolest thing in the world as a kid, seeing him remote control a BMW through a parking lot just with his phone and just a little trackpad. I thought that was badass. And songs, killer tunes, lots of great music in the Bond series. Let's see here. But my two favorite songs are probably The Spy, Nobody Does It Better from The Spy Who Loves Me, and GoldenEye, Tina Turner. Fantastic. Of course, the Shirley Bassey song is great too, and actually I really enjoy Moonraker. No, she doesn't, but I think it's a beautiful song. Destination Danger. So 112, 113. It's a pretty cool map. It's like 113 pages long. There's Roger Moore at the end. And here in the credits. So this is produced by Centennial Media. So there you are. It's the ultimate guide to Bond. So I'm actually going to include a link in the description of this video, so you can buy this version of the magazine if you want it, because you can't buy it in the store right now. But I will include a link down below, so check that out. Click that link and you can pick up a copy for pretty cheap. And then, like I said, make sure to check out another video I'm going to shoot soon with the 2022 edition of the Ultimate Guide to Bond. But what are your thoughts on this magazine? Do you own it? Based on what you just saw here today, are you going to pick it up? Let me know down below, and let me know your thoughts on Bond. Who do you think should be the next James Bond? The options are endless, so who do you think would be perfect to be the next Bond? Comment down below and let me know. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel, visit me at michaelcavacini.com, and thank you so much for tuning in. Hope you have a great day. Take care.